coming out of Buffalo, New York in the Fan Ducey Studios. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
That was really good, Ray.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. You're getting better. You listen to my open with the kids, huh?
Yep.
Got to get some energy behind there. How you doing today?
Doing great, man.
We should have a great show today. We got Frank the Tank, who's going to be calling the FCP fights with me on. We got Chuck Anzalone, not the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Chuck Anzalone, who we're working on getting, but the manager of Kevin Rosier.
Your favorite fighter,
Harold Howard?
Harold, yeah.
The manager, Harold Howard, too.
Yeah, he managed a lot of fighters. Maury Smith, I believe he did Maury Smith. Yeah, so, he's a character, and, he's from Buffalo, New York, so.
Don't get better than that. We should have had him in the studio, except he's not in Buffalo, New York anymore, is he?
Nope, he went back to Las Vegas, but when he comes to Buffalo, and when he comes here, we should get him in the studio.
We will, for sure.
He's a cool guy. He's a real cool guy.
Yeah, he had a lot to do. He's in Legends of the Cage.
Yep.
Brian Moore's Legends of the Cage. He's a really good guy. We got some other stuff going on in local MMA news, too. We got King of the Cage coming up.
So how many guys in the gym fighting? Pat Mix, right?
Pat Mix.
Bubba Norton.
Bubba Norton.
Scott Skinner.
Scott Skinner's going to be on that card.
Uh-oh.
Sean Superfly Felton is also going to be on that card. I believe that Jeremy Stopa will also be on that card.
Okay, I did see that on Facebook. He posted something like that.
Yeah, so Western New York MMA is going to run into King of the Cage.
Cool.
Yeah, hopefully we all get big wins. Pat Mix is headlining that card in Salamanca. So it's going to be a great show.
And then we got the Lace Up fight.
Lace Up is May 6th too?
No, that's the 13th.
Yeah.
That's the 13th. We got a busy month. May busy month of fighting.
Yeah. Also on May 6th, when our guest actually calls in, I told him he doesn't need to wear pants for this interview, so he doesn't have to hurry up or anything. Just come on in his skivvies. We're going to have Frank the Tank, and we're going to talk about the FCP card a little bit.
Cool.
Full Contract Productions putting on another Cage Chaos show. I will be commentating that show along with Frank the Tank.
It's going to be on Fox.
It will be on
National
Fox
TV.
Yes.
Yeah, so it should be good.
And some sad news. My fight on May 13th got canceled.
Oh, man, come on.
I know. I was cut up. I was ready to go. The PA Athletic Commissioner said I am not fit to fight in the great state of Pennsylvania. So I also lost my July fight as well. But hopefully I'll be fighting in August on King of the Cage for Seneca Niagara.
Oh, that'd be cool. What's wrong with Pennsylvania?
Serb, man. I shouldn't have said anything bad about Serb when we were talking about Western New York.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn.
You must listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
I apologize, Mr. Serb, if anything I said got to your ears. Yes.
Stop kissing this butt.
Please take me back and let me fight in PA. I would have loved to fight D. Jesus. Now he's got a killer. He's fighting someone that's 4-0 instead of a loser like me. So he went from an easy cupcake fight to a tough guy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He wants the caveman.
Yeah, he would have been better off with the Caveman probably.
No, not really. Caveman was ripped. Caveman was ready.
I was ready. I did enjoy a slice of pizza today, though.
That's good.
I was trying to get on the May 6th card as well, but I didn't hear anything back, so I doubt I'm fighting. If I am, I'll just have to cut that weight right off. No big deal.
Yeah, you could do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to wait for a minute for this guy. Mickey's fighting someone from Keith's gym now, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they both lost their opponent for FCP, and now he's going to fight Josh Curry Bascombe and Miki Gaskin. That's a classic grappler versus striker matchup.
Oh, okay.
Super excited to see that. Mickey's crazy, so it's always good watching Mickey fight.
Hopefully he work on his takedown defense.
Yeah, he better because his takedown defense looked pretty good against Giuliani.
Okay.
That Nick Giuliani kid can wrestle, man. He's a fucking beast. But yeah, if he goofs around and he ends up on the floor, Josh's gonna submit him probably. I think he's a legit blue belt under Keith Ferrant and Josh.
Right.
Josh
Ketchery. His ground game is
Yeah, I was just
tight.
rolling with him not too long ago, actually, and he felt good. he was helping me get ready for my fight too. He was one of the guys that came in and sharked me one Sunday. Man, he was beating me up, but it was 20 rounds in. So.
Oh yeah, Caveman was gassed out.
Yeah, I'm an old guy. It was that time Corey Chapman came in, and then we went over there and trained. So it was good. Him, Justin Close, some other guy, and Josh Curry were all beating on my head. Yeah, I'm excited to see him make a fight, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
It's a great fight.
Yeah, that should be a good one.
Darren White puts these cards together. He does a really good job at matchups.
Wait for the
for FCP.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's our matchmaker. He does a great
job. We gotta get him on here.
Yeah,
we definitely gotta get him on here. I want to probably get him before the show.
Yeah,
probably could try to get him.
We better hurry up because the show's next Saturday.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna message him today. Matter of fact.
Yeah, Frank the Tank's supposed to be on. We're supposed to be talking about it right now, but Frank the Tank's not so punctual. So hopefully he finds some pants or a phone or something. He said he had to borrow his girl's phone to do this, so hopefully he gets a message.
Oh, this dude just messaged me. He said address for the podcast if somebody wants to listen. I'll talk to him. I'll let him know.
Yeah.
That,
That's Frank the Tank, or is that
that's
Chuck Anzalone?
Charlie Anzalone.
Yeah. All right. We'll have to let him know that we don't film live so we can edit it because we talk like retards.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to edit out what we say.
Yeah.
Especially when Ray's talking about the people he murdered.
And hey, Caveman, I think we should do a Caveman Gangster Chronicles where I get some guys I know from the streets and who came out of jail. Man, we have gangster stuff and then we have like conspiracy stuff. We got MMA stuff.
I'm down for that, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Chris is out of town for 15 days. I have the keys to the studio. I have the keys to here. We can do a podcast every day for 15 days at any time we want. So we could bring in some serious thugs.
Oh, yeah.
They just shoot up the building, whatever, man. He won't know for 15 days. If we get enough gold where we don't need to have the studio anymore, we can get our own studio.
Yeah, we probably could get the bullet holes fixed. So patched up the walls.
Yeah, something. $100,000 studio goes down the drain real quick with bullet holes in the wall.
We get kicked out by UB.
There's a bunch of scientists in the building we work in. It's unreal at times that they let us in this building.
I know, we like the two apes coming in.
I know, and dude, you kind of do look apish now. You know the worst part about not fighting is I wanted to get a haircut from the pagan place.
Okay.
And I wanted to work out some kind of deal where I just post a bunch of pictures and he chop me up for free,
Do you see the pictures he posts up on Facebook? Right?
I do see him, yeah.
Dude, yeah.
And it could be like MMA superstar Jeff Caveman Dance was in the building.
Right.
Except I'm not superstar.
Put your picture in a barbershop.
Yeah. For sure. Someday I'll be famous for something.
Yeah, we're going to be famous one day, Caveman.
Yeah. We should have a radio show. We're really good.
Yeah, we should. I seen the other guys. They corny.
Yeah.
We better.
Yeah, Loaded Joes. Psh, we're better than that, dude.
We just need the people to come together and support us.
Yeah, we do. And we will be on Podbean. I have my new bank card, which finally came in. So now I have access to my money. So I can actually do Podbean for us. So we'll get that up and running. And we'll be on iTunes and some other stuff. Also, if you're listening to this on YouTube, please subscribe. And please share this, because the way that algorithms work for YouTube and stuff, YouTube and Facebook, is the more it gets shared, the more people see it. So when I share it, all of my fans don't see it. So the more you share it, the more percentage of my fans actually get to see it.
Right.
Because they want you to pay that money.
Right. And yeah, I mean, we talked to a lot of famous people in the industry, MMA industry, and and
not one of them's hung up on us yet either.
Yeah, and every time I release, you release a video on Facebook, and I just tag people, Art Davey, everybody, and then they got a lot of fans, they got a lot of
So hopefully we can get them to share it instead of just
right.
like it. Yes, yeah. The goal is please share everything you listen to. If you listen to it this long, that's fine. Just share it. If you don't even want to listen to it, just share it anyways. Help us out. Could be garbage. If it's a steaming pile of garbage, we still Still want you to share it. Someone will like our steamy pile of garbage.
Yeah, we got a lot of Jerry Springer fans out there.
Yeah, that Man's Rogers podcast. Go back and listen to that one if you want to hear some
you know
horrible
what?
stuff.
Oh, my God, Caveman. You think we could have both of them girls here?
Which two?
Man Rogers and...
Nizzle?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I bet if we separated them, that would be a great show.
Yeah. Put it on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Bitch. Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
That's good. And they can tell each other what kind of porn they like. Like Man's the Last podcast.
Oh, man.
All right. Let's see if we can get a hold of Charlie there.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Charlie, what's up?
What's happening?
How you doing, brother?
How's the weather in Buffalo?
It's it's nice out.
It's cold.
It's not that bad.
It's like 40. Don't let him lie to you.
40 and sunny, right?
Sort of sunny.
Yeah, it was raining earlier. Hey, Charlie. What we do here is we don't go live. We do the audio, and then the host Caveman would edit the podcast, and then we would just upload it to Facebook or YouTube.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then I would definitely tag you on the podcast when we upload it.
Oh, cool.
So if we fuck anything up, you can just tell us to edit it out. And
Yeah.
if it's not worth any money, we'll edit it out. If it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's like, oops, wait, cut that out.
It's not like Mark Coleman. Mark Coleman, he wanted the whole podcast edited.
Yeah, we had Mark.
Oh, he's a character, Mark. Old friend of mine.
We had him on and he was hammered, so we talked to him for like 5.5 hours.
Ah,
I was only able to post maybe an hour and 15 minutes of it.
that's funny.
But we couldn't make him look bad after that. He gave us a lot of good stuff. So you had a lot to do with the early rise of MMA. How did you initially get involved into NHB?
Well, it was Ultimate Fighting, then NHB, then they found a politically correct way to say it by calling it Mixed Martial Arts. I was a good friend of Kevin Rosier since he was 18 years old. And I worked in a nightclub in Buffalo where he was a bouncer. And he goes, I want to take karate and I want to kickbox. It's like, yeah, okay, Kevin. Well, like 5 years later, he became like 5-time world and North American full contact kickboxing champion, super heavyweight. So I consulted him a little bit while he was doing that stuff, but wasn't much involved in that part of his career. Then I was DJing at a Kicks nightclub in Buffalo, the old Radisson Hotel. And I get a knock on the door. I open up the door, and it's a 300-pound Kevin Rosier, not the 230-pound world champion Kevin Rosier. He goes, there's this new event. I want you to manage me. I said, what are you talking about? It's crazy. There's no rules, no gloves. You get killed. I said, give me the guy's phone number. So he gives me the guy's phone number. I call the guy up. The guy's name is, my name's Art Davey, and I got a new event. It's and no rules, no holds barred, Vale Tudo type of event. Vale Tudo means anything goes in Portuguese, like in Brazil. So I said, well, I got a 5-time super heavyweight kickboxing champion, Kevin Rosier, blah, blah, blah. Before I finish my sales pitch, he goes, I'll take him. and that's how it started. And I became best friends with Art Davey ever since. But right after that, after UFC 1, Art Davey would get all these kung fu kooks calling him and martial artists. Mr. Davey, I would like to test myself. It's almost this guy sniffing incense out in the woods like fucking David Carradine, and Art would tell him, well, I only deal with managers. I don't deal with fighters. But Mr. Davey, I don't have a manager. I got a manager for you. And he'd give every wacko my phone number. And so I had some entertaining guys from Buffalo in UFC. Was it 2, 3? UFC 3. Well, UFC 2. Sean Doherty, who was training with Kevin a little bit here back in Buffalo. He was the youngest one ever to be in the UFC. He was 18 years old at the time, and that was the first time they ever did a 16-man tournament instead of the 8-man tournament. And it was a long show. And then in UFC 3, Bill Gallant, who had a karate studio, introduced me to Harold Howard, who was a Canadian Jiu-Jitsu and karate champion.
That's my favorite guy, Harold Howard. I love that guy.
You know, he fought a lot of guys back in the old full contact days and stuff. And he did a lot of movies. He fought Billy Blanks, I think, in TC 2000. He was in Gladiator Cop. He was in a bunch of movies. He was like a fight coordinator because they filmed a lot of those movies up in Canada because it was cheaper. So I had him in UFC 3. UFC 4 brought Kevin Rosier back. And I had Joel Sutton. I put him in UFC 5, I think it was, in Casper, Wyoming as an alternate. He won that fight. Then I brought him back to the UFC in Buffalo, UFC 7. He won that fight. He was like the ultimate alternate, you know? And he would have gone in to fight Tank Abbott in Casper, Wyoming as an alternate because the guy, the regular guy in the tournament couldn't continue. But Joe had beat a guy punching him in the head with his bare hands, and his hand blew up like a balloon. So he couldn't he couldn't fight. And they had alternates back then. And after UFC 3 with Harold Howard, when he had to fight a fresh alternate, Steve Jenham, I said, look, Art, an alternate's got to take at least one beating before they're going to go in and fight for $50,000. And after that, they started to have alternate fights in the beginning of the night. And the winner of the alternate fight got to go into the UFC if one of the guys couldn't continue in the 8-man tournament. I was looking for a guy for a UFC fight. I had Francisco Bueno. He was going to fight Van Arsdale. He hurt his hamstring running, so he had to pull out of that event. And which I think was bullshit anyway. But he's a great grappler, Francisco Bueno. He's a better judo guy than he was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy. And then I needed an alternate, that same fight card. And I said, I got to find somebody. So I talked to my old buddy, One Kick Nick Blomgren here. I said, you know, I need a guy who can hang. Somebody who can wrestle a little bit, good puncher. It's one of the prelim fights. And he goes, I got a friend of ours. He's an amateur kickboxer, but he wrestled a little bit at Cal Poly. His name's Chuck Liddell. I said, okay, let's get him. And that's how Chuck Liddell got in the UFC.
Cool.
And he fought Noe Hernandez. He beat him. And I'll never forget the first punch of the fight, Noe Hernandez. Chuck was always easy to hit. He threw a right. He hit Chuck right square in the nose. Chuck was bleeding. I said, oh, fuck. And but Chuck ended up taking him down and grounding and pounding him. Won that fight. And he goes, after the fight, he goes, my nose broken? I grabbed his nose. I go, does that hurt? He goes, no. I said, that ain't broken. And then Sergio Bottarelli, a Brazilian promoter, who did Valley Tudos out of, he goes, your guy Chuck's tough. I want him to come to Brazil and fight Pelé. I said, Pelé, he's a fucking legend in Brazil. Are you crazy? And he said, this is his first ever NHB fight. I go, how much you going to pay us? This was $19.99. He goes, $5,000 cash, no tax. Oh, did I say that? And anyway, and you were lucky if you got paid in Brazil. So I go, how much does Pelé weigh? He goes, it weighs about 175 pounds. I said, well, Chuck's going to weigh 205, or we don't take the fight. He said, okay. So I sent Nick down to Sao Paulo with Chuck Liddell, and he fought Pelé in one of the most brutal fights, Valley Tudo fights you ever saw, and he won a decision. And that's when they had it was like a 30-minute time limit. It's on YouTube. It's a brutal fight. That was, no gloves. And then Art Davey had left the UFC later on, and John Peretti was a matchmaker, and booked him against Jeremy Horn, and he beat Jeremy Horn pillar to post, and Jeremy choked him out at the belt at the end of the fight. And I had an offer to bring Chuck Liddell. The K1 wanted Chuck Liddell because he could punch and he could kick, and he was a good stand-up guy. But then I had a disagreement with John Peretti about some stuff, and he told Chuck Liddell, well, if you're involved with Charlie Anzalone, you can't be in the UFC anymore. So you want to go to Japan? You'll make a whole lot more money. He goes, no, I just want to stay in the UFC. Well, he wasn't paying any money back then. The Fertitta brothers didn't own it, and Dana White didn't make it their poster boy back then, And so I gave that 6-figure deal to Gary Goodrich back in 1999, which included his first fight in K1 against Sataki. Because Gary Big Daddy asked me to, manage book his fights, but he didn't, because I don't want to deal with these people. Just you deal with it. Tell me where I got to be. And I brought a lot of guys. Orlando Veet, I was instrumental in bringing him here through Master Toddy for UFC 2, one of the greatest Muay Thai fighters. Oh God, Dean Thomas. I brought him to Shudo. Shudo. My friend Susumu Nagao and Manabu Takashima, two journalist photographers in Japan, hooked me up, and they had seen me ring announce a fight. So Mr. Sakamoto goes, "Oh, we want Charlie-san to come and announce a Shudo Valley Tudo, and we want them to put some fighters in." So I went and I brought Dean Thomas over there. Thomas Denny, I sent him to Shudo. And I used to re-announce their Valley Tudos every year. I was like the poor man's Michael Buffer, you know. I was like, I re-announced the Encidanoy Frank Shamrock fight, the Encidanoy Randy Couture fight, and I booked John Lewis in that Valley Tudo against Ruben Asado 2. That was a great fight. The Shudo Valley Tudos, they used to get fighters from every organization to go fight in the Shudo Valley Tudo in Japan every year. So there was the Roger Doe had fighters in there. I had John Lewis over there. We brought a whole gang of people over there. Rico Ciparelli brought Randy Couture over there. And Randy Couture got armbarred by Encidanoy while he was the UFC champ. And Bob Marowitz at SEG was fucking pissed.
That was like the Olympics of MMA. That's pretty awesome.
It was the Shudo Valley Tudo every year. And Shudo was the best organization in Japan. I did Gary Gooder's Deal of Pride 99, but Shudo, I put fighters in there regularly, and that they weren't backed by the Japanese Yakuza. They didn't have the big TV deal. They had all the good fighters came out of there, all your lighter weight fighters. You had Asahi, Max Sakurai. You had Alessandro Nogueira from Brazil, who was a fantastic fighter. And I was their ring announcer. I would bring him to the ring in English, and then Daiki, the regular announcer, would do it in Japanese. So that was my fun I used to have there in Japan. And eventually, I did the first IFC in Russia. The first time it was a cage fight in Eastern Europe. That's where Igor Vachenshin won his very first Valley Tudo. That was in like 90.
Oh, yeah.
Moved to Buffalo. That was like in 95. It was an 8-man tournament. Buddy Alba was a promoter. He tried to promote it as like a UFC. He used a modified UFC ring mat logo, and he had to change that, or UFC was going to fucking sue him. Ron Van Cleef was a commentator, along with I forgot the other guy's name, and Joe Maffey. He was he had some fighters out of Massachusetts. The Buddy Alba's brought us all to Japan, so I had a fighter, and he pulled out. He couldn't get a passport in time, so I said, "What the fuck am I going to do now?" He goes, "Well, Charlie, since you're here, you're going to be the ring announcer." I said, "But I didn't bring any ring announcing clothes." So I borrowed Buddy Alba's suit coat and Ron Van Cleef's tie. and I was the ring announcer. And no headsets, no nothing. I had to read the lips of the guys at the corner, at ringside, while they were going, and now back to the ring with Charlie Anzalone. Boom, I hit everything on cue every time. And I had to, and the event was backed by these Ukrainian mob guys. And, I wrote out their names on my little cards I was reading phonetically so I could pronounce their fucking names. One guy was in charge of GM Ukraine, Canada. You didn't get a GM car in the Ukraine unless it went through him. And all these other guys. And Bas Rutten. Oh, Bas Rutten was one of the commentators. And, that's a funny story. I'll tell you about that event. Well, Igor Vachenshin ended up winning that tournament. But me and Bas Rutten would go out. These Russian guys would take us in a van and go everywhere. They would always take me by myself, though. They like Charlie. Charlie, you come with us. You come with us. And I'd say, am I going to live through this? And they had security guys with us in case some other Russian gang wanted to kidnap one of us for ransom, And Federico Lapenda, he was with us. And, oh, God, it's funny. We went to this nightclub, and Paul Verlins and Bas Rutten started fighting. They were drinking, started fighting, went right through a stained glass door in this fucking strip club in Kiev. And then Bas, who was a while back then, was groping all the fucking dancers. This big Ukrainian bouncer grabbed him. And this little Ukrainian mob guy, no, he's okay. He can do anything he wants, And Bas grabs him by the head, gives him a big kiss right on the lips. Oh, and this big bouncer was just like fuming. And that was a pretty wild. They picked me up at the airport. My flight was late. I had to get there the next day. because I spent a night in Paris because our connection flight we missed because the flight was late out of New York. So I get to Kiev. I get in the fucking airport. The guy at passport looks at me and he goes, "Fight." I said, "Yeah." Well, maybe they're expecting me. Stamps my passport, and I'm going through customs with my bag. I'm expecting Buddy Albert or Bas or somebody to meet me at the airport. Here I got these 2 thugs in black leather jackets and black hats with a sign that said Anzalone. I said, "Oh, Jesus." So I waved to them. "Oh, that's me. So they go up to the guy at customs, say something to him. Fucking the guy jumped out of his chair, grabbed my bags, and ran him through fucking customs. But I said, "Give Charlie his bags or we'll kill you." Yeah. So we get in the car. We're not 50 feet from the curb. The police sirens go off. Oh, what the fuck? And they turn. One kid turns around and goes, Charlie, polizi. I go, polizi my ass. Where's my fucking hotel? Yeah. So we finally got to the hotel, and everybody's laughing. You have a good time. Oh, Leon Spinks was with us, too. They took him there as a guest. Buddy Elba brought Leon Spinks. Leon Spinks, actually, the guy he fought in the Russian, in the Montreal Olympics, the Russian he fought, actually met him and took him out to dinner. And they got together with the guy he fought in the Olympics. And every night he'd be knocking on my door. Charlie, where the cocktail at? I said, Leon, they're all out of fucking Hennessy here. He wanted Hennessy. He drank all the fucking Hennessy in the hotel. And so Leon wanted to learn dirty words, of course. He goes, teach me some dirty words in Russian. So one guy told him, Fiji Nagui, which means like, go fuck yourself, you know? And so he's walking around all weekend, Fiji Nagui, with his bad front teeth, you know? And yeah, that was pretty wild. They took us to the Holocaust Museum in Ukraine, which was fucking crazy. And John Lober came with us, and Red Herd, a whole bunch of us. It was a pretty wild trip. And after that show, the Russians who backed the show want to know where the fucking money was. They're going, buddy, but where's the fucking money for all the tickets we sold? This fucking arena was packed. Well, there was money missing. So evidently, the guys who were working the ticket office were putting the money in their fucking pocket. I thought they were going to fucking kill us. And the next day, you know, Federico Lapenda goes, Charlie, this place is giving me the creeps. I want to go home. So we finally got to the airport and got the hell out of Kiev. That was pretty wild.
That was a show where they tried to impound all the tapes for the show, right?
Well, they did. The Ukrainian guys was fucking, you're not getting the tapes for the show until we get our fucking money. Well, Howard Peschler, who was a producer of the show, said, we got to get these tapes. I didn't do all that fucking work on production to not get those tapes. He went back to the Ukraine, met up with Gene Fabrikant, still a Ukrainian guy who trained grapplers and stuff out of Brooklyn Beach, out of New York. They went and got the tapes from our contact over there, and they got on a fucking train with the tapes, paid off the fucking conductor to don't tell anybody we're on this train. They took a train to Odessa, got a plane, and got the fuck out of there with the tapes before they killed them.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I've read about that story. It's just amazing to hear it.
Oh, it was like a movie. Oh, that's John Lober. He'll tell you about the whole thing, man. It was like one of those fucking action thriller fucking movies that whole week. Bas Rutten was drunk. He had to take a piss. We were in a van, and him and Andy Anderson were wrestling in the van. I said, "Come on, guys, cool. This driver's going to get pissed." The driver didn't speak no English. We had an interpreter with us, so Bas pulls out a zipper and pisses in the guy's fucking van. I said, that's it. He pulls over, takes the key, starts walking down the street. He's leaving us in the middle of Kiev in the fucking snow. And Andy Anderson grabs Bas Rutten, drags him out of the van, and they start wrestling, fighting in a snowbank. That was hilarious.
How'd you guys get home?
Well, I didn't have any problem. They picked us up, and we took a cab to the airport. The airport about 30 miles away. This guy picks us up with his son in a little cab and a can of ration gasoline in the back seat. So I'm sitting in front, Bas Rutten's in back. I'm smoking cigarettes and throwing the fucking matches at Bas in the back seat. He goes, "You're gonna fucking blow us all up? What are you fucking crazy?" He's sitting next to the can of gasoline. So we finally got the hell out of there. And that was one of the more fun trips. But they liked me, all these Russian guys. Maybe because I was Italian, they thought I was a gangster, too. You know?
Fit right in, just like Ray.
and all they had like new Cadillacs and all this shit and all that. So they probably stole them in Brighton Beach in New York and threw them on a fucking boat.
I know, right?
And, yeah, I had fun. When I did the the Pride deal with Gary Goodrich. That was his fight against Tom Erickson. Francisco Bueno was on his show. He fought a year of attention, got knocked out cold with one punch. It was the same punch Hearns threw at Roberto Duran, and the same result. Face down, boom. And I told him, don't take that fight. Don't take that fight. But him and Marco Albuquerque and Sergio Bonarelli wanted to, be big shots. Book a guy in Pride. So they put Francisco Bueno against Igor Vachechin. And Francisco was training with a boxing coach in L.A. Said, "You're not going to punch with this guy. You're a great grappler. What are you out of your mind?" He was a Maida judo black belt, and he was a state champion in Brazil when he was a kid. He says Maida judo is better than Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And me and Francisco, we're good friends. We're good friends till this day. And in 2003, the UFC got sold, and I was still booking fighters in Japan. I was in Las Vegas, an event coordinator for a small MMA event at Revolution Fighting Championship. It was a one-and-done event. And Chief Inspector Tony Lato came up to me and goes, "Chuck Anzalone, Mark Rettner wants to know if you want to be an inspector. We got an opening." I said, "Yeah, sure." My friend Ricky Glazer, who was a boxing promoter guy and consultant who worked for Don King and Top Rank, he recommended me to good friend of mine from Buffalo, Rick Glazer. And he recommended me to Mark Rettner, and that's how I got on as an inspector with the Boxing Commission in 2003.
Awesome. Is that why you got out of the managing business, or are you still managing?
Yeah, I don't. If somebody looking for a fight, I'll turn them on to somebody. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm not managing them. I'm just doing it'd be a conflict of interest, But I also work as an independent contractor. I'm an independent contractor with them, as we're really registered, and so they have to pay us state benefits. So I work for Kelly Seif out of Australia. I did a few of his shows when Mark Cormier was the XFC champion before he fought in the UFC. Danny Cormier. Danny Cormier was the XFC champion in Australia. That's where I first met Danny 7 years ago.
Awesome.
And Sifu Zaya, he's works with the Martial Arts Federation there in Australia. He 2 years ago took me to Taiwan. They did a MMA seminar. They're trying to develop the sport in Taiwan. And it was me and some guys from Korea, these special forces guys that are now involved with their athletic commissions, all these bodyguards. There was this guy from Korea, from Taiwan. He owns a security company. He's like a fifth. You can't be any less than a fifth Dan in Taekwondo to work for him. These are the guys that protect the NBA players when they go there to play and shit like that, And that was a real experience. That fight with University of Taiwan paid for it. And Sifu Zaya's working for some other things for me now, to go work for him overseas, do some, as an inspector, as an event coordinator. But, I've had fun doing it. And I've worked a lot of big fights as an inspector here. I was like their MMA guru and their K1 guru when those fights, when K1 first came here. And when Art Davey brought it here for the first time. And K1 USA, which was a lot of fun. And I worked a lot of big boxing matches, all the big MMA matches. I worked Corrales Casamayor, too. I worked with Yanton's fights. I was in the corner with Soto against Canelo last year. And I love working with Freddie Roach. And interesting guy. His outlook on how he trains fighters. I worked over 100 world title fights. Freddie Roach is interesting. He found something that Phil Nurse, his philosophy is the same thing that Phil Nurse did when he discovered how to knock out Chuck Liddell, when he's training the guys at Jackson's camp. Freddie Roach told me, I said, "What do you look for?" He goes, "You can correct mistakes in a gym. I look at films and I look for a bad habit. I don't care what you do in the gym, you can't fix a bad habit. A bad habit always stays with a fighter." And he was right, because Phil Nurse, the Muay Thai trainer there at the Jackson camp, he watched films of Chuck Liddell. And Chuck Liddell did one thing all the fucking time when he knocked somebody out. He bit his lower lip. When he was ready to unload, he had bit that lower lip, and that means you had to unload. So he told Rashad Evans, all them, when he does that, hit him first. And that was the secret to knocking out Chuck Liddell, which is why he lost 20% of his fights. He got knocked out 5 of his last 6 fights. Cold, one punch.
Poker tell.
One punch, yeah. And Keith Jardine found a secret, too. take it to Chuck. Punch him, kick him, punch him, kick him. And he beat Chuck in that decision. You know, awkward old Keith Jardine. And he got the job done.
That's like Ray.
Because,
Ray's awkward
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Well, sometimes those are the hardest guys to fight.
How much financial benefit did you get out of managing all these guys? You were at the foundation of MMA when there wasn't much money in it. Now these guys are making a shit ton of money.
Yeah, you make it like 50%. I take it's 15%. But in Japan, that's when the money was good. Because they paid good money. Yeah, that's what John Lewis would get $17,000. That's in 1999, $17,000 to fight Ruben Asado. That's good money cash. They come to your hotel room with manila envelopes with bundles of fucking $100 bills. That's how they paid you.
That's awesome. Bas Rutten had some good stories about getting the money back to America on Joe Rogan. You got any good stories?
Well, you couldn't bring more than $10,000 back into the country with you. So if we got $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, we give it. Okay, you take 5, you take 5, I'll take 10, you take 10. So you go through customs, and you wouldn't have over $10,000. And Ken Shamrock, when he was in Pancrase, he had a bank account in Japan. He would deposit his money into his bank account in Japan, and every time he went over there with fighters, he would take $5,000, $10,000 and bring it back here.
Awesome.
That's how he did it.
Do you like Ken Shamrock? Everyone we've had on has hated Ken Shamrock.
You know why they hate him? Because I think he was. You know why? Because he never won the 8-man tournament. The old UFC was a marketing thing, and Ken Shamrock lost to Royce Gracie, got choked out in the UFC in Casper. I think 5. I think it was, and he never won an 8-man tournament. All of a sudden, he gets super bouts for more money. And I said, how the fuck do you get a super bout? He didn't win the damn thing. Well, there were fighters that either won the 8-man tournament or didn't want to fight the 8-man tournament anymore that were marketable. So Art David would get together with SEG, Ken Shamrock, good-looking guy, muscular, this and that. Let's try to make him a star. Because the old philosophy back then was like in the 8-man tournament, there was like 6 fish and 2 sharks. They tried to arrange the final in the UFC. And hopefully these 2 guys will make it. Well, when Ken Shamrock pulled out of UFC 3, he said, "We're not going to go." I said, "Well, Harold Howard's going to fight, move up now. He won his last fight. He's going to fight Royce Gracie in the final." Art Davies started yelling, "Art, he has to fight another fight before he can fight Royce in the final." And Michael Pilat, the producer, he said, "Nope. Royce Gracie's father threw in the towel. Ken Shamrock doesn't want to fight, blah, blah, blah." Because he got his leg, he was injured fighting Felix Mitchell in an earlier fight. So Harold Howard got to fight a fresh Steve Jenham, who hadn't fought all night, because like I say, there weren't alternate fights back then yet. And he went in the final, fought Steve Jenham and lost. But a lot of people don't know is that when Harold Howard was walking back to the dressing room after he knocked out Roland Payne, there are these giant light cans that would go up and down, the big flashing light cans the fighters would walk through, the entrance with the smoke machine. While the fucking smoke machine was on, these big lights were going up and down, up and down. We're rushing back to the dressing room, and Harold Howard walked head first right in one of these cans and knocked him out cold.
Wow.
Knocked him out cold.
That's crazy.
And the line director looks at me, I thought somebody threw a bottle at us out of the stands or something. Then I look and I see these big giant lights going up and down. Oh, he walked in that fucking light. And the line director took off his headset, just shook his head. I can't believe what happened. And Harold Howard goes, "What the fuck, eh? Well, who fucking hit me in the head, eh?" And there you walked in on this big fucking light fixture. So when you see it, and he almost had to pull out. And he goes, "Don't, John, I'm fighting. The worst we can do is win $15,000 cash for coming in second." And for him, that was like $25,000 with the Canadian exchange back then. So we told the producer, "No, we're good to go." So when you see Harold walking out for the final, he's got a towel wrapped around his neck, and he's holding his neck because he had a fucking stiff neck. That fucking, when he hit his head, it wrenched his fucking neck. He couldn't move his neck.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. That same thing happened to Randleman before one of his fights, too. He knocked himself out on a pole. So it was like
yeah. And the reason why Michael Pilat wanted me to wanted Harold to be the final. That's when I had that red tuxedo jacket on, with no shirt on, and I was antagonizing the fucking crowd. Michael Pilot goes, keep a camera on Charlie Anzalone. If his fighter wins, he's going to do something really fucking stupid, and we want to get it on camera. And Harold lost and ruined my whole thing, you know?
That wheel kick, though, that flipping wheel kick, what were you thinking when you saw that?
Yeah, I was like, oh, man, this ain't like a fucking karate tournament, bro. You're not fighting Nasty Anderson in 1985 or Billy Blanks. Come on, that shit don't work. Yeah. But it was entertaining. Nothing like him coming out with the Hanes fucking white beater T-shirt, man. That's hell Howard.
Oh my god, he's one of my favorite fighters. We had Stephan Bonner on too, and Stephan Bonner, as soon as we started talking about Harold Howard, it just opened up our interview. He loved Harold Howard. He's one of the most famous guys from back in that era.
I like that.
Oh yeah, Tito Ortiz. His favorite line. Tito Ortiz, Charlie. He goes, my favorite line. We got a saying back home, if you're coming out, come on. That was the fucking best.
I know. He takes the glasses off, too. Oh, man.
That was the best promo ever.
And there's another video you can see where we were working. They were doing, filming the guys working out in the gym and stuff. So we were at this gym. He goes, you got a bag of concrete? I said, no. They sent the guy to Home Depot to get a bottle of concrete. He had a big bottle of Saccrete. We wrapped up with duct tape, and they filmed Harold punching it. He was punching, bare knuckle, punch a hole right through the bag of duct tape and bag of concrete, and the thing broke open all over the guy's gym. He's like, "Oh, sorry, eh? Guess we got to clean this up."
That was fun. I remember that promo too. I was going to ask you about that. Whether you set that up, like poked a hole in it and then you just hit it, or if you
we got a big couple rolls of ducted up tape so we could punch it, because he goes, "That's what I do back home in the gym." I said, "You sure you're going to hurt your fucking hands?" And hey, punched the hole right through the damn bag of Saccrete.
How was it dealing with him? I know he had some legal troubles when he drove into the
casino.
casino.
Was a beautiful guy. Well, his friends, after I got in the UFC, one of his buddies called up our TV. Charlie Anzalone no longer is booking Harold Howard. I'm going to be booking his fights from now on. Our TV told him, well, guess what? He doesn't go through Charlie Anzalone, he don't find the UFC again. So that's when I got him, when I booked him again. But Harold was always good to me. No fighter ever stiffed me out of money. Gary Goodrich, when he got back from Japan after a Pride fight, DHL would be at my door 2 days later with a fucking envelope with my money in it.
That's awesome. That's really amazing that back in the day that they didn't really try and rob you, and they weren't even really making money like they make today.
Yeah.
Now,
but what I used to do, I used to score in Japan. I'd score up with them mostly with. Right there, we're getting paid in cash. Okay, here's my 10%, 15%, thank you, boom. But whenever I did a contract, though, later on, it was like I would be paid directly by the promotion for my commission, which is what boxers do, fighters do today. We pay the fighters after a big boxing match. Okay, here's your check for $10 million. There's if he's a foreigner, here's 30% deduction for federal tax. Here's your manager's 20%. This and that, all taken out. Because everybody wants their money up front.
Right.
I gotta wait for a fighter to go blow all his money and tell me you ain't got it. You always get your money paid to you directly by the promoter.
That's a smart way to do it.
They cut you a check. You have to.
Do you have any contact with Harold Howard anymore?
Mm-hmm. Through Facebook. We got a lot of jelly contact with me. Yeah,
we're gonna have to have Ray hook you up. We would like to have Harold Howard on one time too.
Oh, Harold's a beautiful guy. The way you get back to the top is to get to the lowest of lows.
For sure.
But what?
It's an interesting story.
He goes and drives his truck through the front door of the Niagara Casino. I like the picture on the internet with the back of his pickup truck sticking out the front door.
He got like a murder charges from that too. That was crazy.
Yeah, attempted murder, beat up his ex-wife's boyfriend, and drove the truck through the casino trying to run her over when she worked there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great story to get into. Also, I trained with Kevin Rosier in his basement. I don't know how it was dealing with him, but he seemed at the time to have some mental issues. I don't know if Kevin
was a manic depressant. He always took lithium. And I said, "Mate, Kevin, what about before this fight? If you don't take the lithium, will you get crazy and beat the shit out of the guy, maybe?" I said. But I was like a surrogate dad. His parents never wanted anything to do with him. What he was doing. He got out of the army and, Mom, I'm a 5-time world kickboxing champion. Well, yeah, what are you doing for a job? What are you doing for a living? They didn't really take part in his life. So he was pretty alone since he was like 18, 19 years old.
Yeah, he had us over
on his own.
and we were trying to grapple with him in the basement, and my friend armbarred him. He's like, "Get the fuck out!" Like he was like freaked out for real. And,
yeah, well, he did a lot of blow.
And I know he had some health issues before he died there, but like it was.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
he had his demons, and just when I went to his wake, and his son Anthony looks just like him, the same size, the same face, the same smile. I freaked out. Oh my God, because I haven't seen him since he was a baby, and my goodness, that was sad. Sad ending to a really nice kid, but he had his demons for all those years, but he never backed down. He fought everybody. In kickboxing, he fought Maurice Smith in Japan in a leg kick fight, which he should have never done because he was a full contact fighter, and kickboxer. And he fought beat Stan Boss, Ray Horsey, beat all these guys. And he never turned down a fight, never backed down, and never turned down a fight.
Remember his interview in UFC 1? What was your strategy?
Oh,
What's your strategy? Let it hit me.
Let him hit me. Well, that was me standing next to him.
Oh yeah, with the Lenovo shirt.
With the Lenovo shirt. I'll tell you a funny story about that. I told Joey, Tadero's good friends of mine, and Joey, we need some sponsor my little, sponsor us. Yeah, give us something. Yeah. He gave us a little cash and traveling money. He gave us all Lenovo gear to wear. So the night of the fight, Papa Joe, Tadaro, and all the boys were having a card game, and I walked in the pizzeria after the UFC. Papa Joe comes out with a cigar. Oh my God! You almost gave me a fucking heart attack. I said, Joe, what happened? No, me and the boys are playing cards, and we had one of those cheater boxes. We had the big screen. We're watching the fights for free, and they're flipping the channels. They say, Joe, look on TV. Look, Lenovas. Cards went up in the air all over the place. We were screaming, yelling, cheering for him. You didn't know anything about it. It was the deal me and Little Joe did.
That's awesome.
So,
hopefully they'll sponsor our show and give us some free pizza. That's
I was a WK promoter in Buffalo, me and Ange Castrico, and did 11 shows.
Yeah.
And I did them at Buffalo Raceway and did them at the Radisson Hotel in the courtyard.
Cool.
And Lenovo sponsored us. I said, I'll tell you what, give a sponsor, this is how much a sponsorship will cost. I'll give you the pizza concession. So that's fair. I gave him some ringside seat. We sold out every show at the Radisson. We did shows at Buffalo Raceway. It was called a knockout doubleheader, a kickboxing and harness racing. We put the ring at the start-finish line and did a fight between each race.
That's amazing. That's a really good idea.
And there'd be like 5,000 people at the track that night when they usually had 2. And the guys are watching the horses. They'd watch the fight, go bet the race, watch the fight. Then they started betting on the kids. The guy said there was a race. Hey, I'll take the kid in the blue corner. You take the other kid. Okay, they'd be betting on the fighters. And and they gave us a flat site fee to bring the fight there.
That's awesome.
And Molson sponsored all my shows at the Radisson. It was called the Molson Kickboxing Classic. I got together with the distributor, and of course, the Radisson was one of their biggest accounts. So they gave me X number of dollars. We only poured Molson at Kicks and at the fight that night at Kicks nightclub, and then and they would also give us a free 10-second tag. Because every time we do a commercial on radio, there's a 10-second tag that you can use for anything you want. So after the Molson beer commercial, it was like, and don't forget the Molson Kickboxing Classic Friday night, the Radisson Hotel. Boom. And that was like more free advertising. And I had a sponsor for every fight. Me and Angela I said, look, I'll put the asses in the seats, you put the fighters together, and I'll get the sponsor money. So each fight had a sponsor, and each sponsor had to pay us X number of dollars to be the sponsor of the fight. And we made a plaque for them. They got in the ring and presented the winner with his trophy, and then we gave him a plaque, and so then I gave ringside seats for their friends. So every fight was paid for. And I knew when I opened up the door, being a promoter I was, that I knew how much money I needed to break even before the fight even started. Okay, I got X number of dollars sponsor money. I need to sell this many tickets. After that, it's all mine. And that's how we made money every single show.
Mr. Cassico must be missing you now, and I was just doing shows out of his gym. I fought for him a few times, but I would like to say on one of the last shows I was at with him, he had Kevin Rosier there, and he brought him up. He did a whole big thing for Kevin right before he passed. It was really nice to see.
Cool. I went to the wake with Angelo.
Yeah, he's a good
And
guy.
as a matter of fact, I was at UFC 210. I was at Dana White's VIP section with a girl I know, and we were Angelo Castrico met me for lunch, and we got together. And you're my partner in crime. When are we gonna do a show again together? Maybe someday, But I don't have the contacts that I used to. But the Novas will always come out. They're always a good sponsor. They like to get involved. But me and Ange, there were. You'll never find two guys that trusted each other like me and Angelo. There was never a problem with money, never a problem with nothing. We count them at the end of the show. Here's your half, here's my half. Have a nice day. Let's do another show.
That's awesome. You got to get me commentating, and then we'll be all set. I'm the poor man's Joe Rogan. You're the poor man's Bruce Buffer. I do the Joe Rogan thing.
Yeah, well, you want to know about Bruce Buffer. They needed a ring announcer. Rich Goins wasn't the ring announcer, going to be the ring announcer anymore. And it was UFC in Charlotte, North Carolina, where Ken Shamrock fought Royce Gracie for the second time. They needed a ring announcer. And our TV said, why don't you get Charlie Anzalone? He's ring announced the events as a disc jockey and this and that. And we can get him a tux. And SEG said, he's known as the crazy manager. And nobody would take him seriously as a fucking ring announcer. And so they hired Bruce Buffer after that.
How insulting.
How dare that?
Bruce Buffer's got his own craziness going on now.
Oh, yeah. Bruce he's a real one. He does better than his brother.
That should be you.
And he manages his brother.
He manages his brother?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he told me he manages Michael Books' events and stuff, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome. They got a lot of money coming into that family from fighting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Bruce Buffer. These guys have become like part of the show at the UFC. Stitch Duran and all them. Let me tell you, I was in Manchester, England. I trained the inspectors for UFC International, which do the international shows now. They're all based out of the UK. And I also did a seminar in Australia for the UFC. Went there when it was the weekend of Kelly Seif's show 7 years ago. That I training inspectors for the New South Wales Commission in Australia before the UFC went there. So anyway, I'm in Manchester, England at the Novotel, sitting at the bar with Stitch, and this couple's looking over. That was when BJ Penn fought Joe Stevens. And a couple looks at me, staring at me. So I go over to him and I said, can I help you? She goes, we recognize you. You wore the red pimp jacket in the old UFC. You have the most unmistakable look. It's your eyes. We recognize you from across the bar. I said, that's when you know you're famous.
You made it.
But that's when you know you made it. When some couple drinking at the bar recognizes you from years ago in UFC 3 in a bar in Manchester, England at a hotel. And this other guy goes up to Stitch. Oh, Stitch, can I have your autograph? I want your autograph. So Stitch goes, wait a second. I got Charlie, watch this. He had his little bag with him. He goes, instead of giving you an autograph, I'm going to wrap your hands. You wrapped the guy's hand and autographed it.
That's amazing.
He goes, I'm never going to take this off. So the next day we're at the bar, getting ready to leave the hotel. There's a guy at the bar, half drunk, fucking with his, look at the hand wrap on. I'm never going to take this wrap off. Well, I hope you take a fucking shower at least.
You can get the plaster of Paris on there and make it real.
Yeah.
Old school style.
Yeah, and they'll fucking mount it. Like these are LeBron's baby shoes, But that's it's been fun, and I've met a lot of guys, and being an inspector from the boxing commission, everybody knows me. They see me on TV and shit like that. We got a good girl. I'm a senior deputy inspector now. I've been in it long enough, and we've hired a lot of inspectors. We do the biggest fights in the world here, and being an inspector is like, they're like the eyes and ears in the ring with the referee. If you hear something in the corner, or you might call in the doctor. If a guy was kind of fucked up, the doctor will look at you, thumbs up or thumbs down. I'll give him a little nonchalant wave. Come up here and check this guy out.
That's awesome. So you have a lot to do with the going on to the fight. I mean,
oh yeah, in between rounds, it's like, the guy goes, man, I can't see out of sight. Boom, I'm going to call a doctor, and then I'll tell the referee, guy says he can't see out his left eye, and the doctor will make a determination. Are you okay? Can you fight? You hate to do it because but you're there to look out for the welfare of the fighter too. Like the referee is.
So I know if I
Yeah.
see you and I'm fucked up, I should not talk around you. I just whisper
Yeah, don't say a fucking word, because I'm gonna save your fucking life,
let me die.
whether you like it or not. You know, because unlike boxing and MMA, corners are too proud to stop a fight if the guy's getting the living daylights beat out of them. We're in the corner. In boxing, the trainer will say, "Inspector, this fight's over. Stop this fight. Stop this fight." So I have to grab him by the arm, bring him up on the ring apron, and get the referee's attention and wave off the fight.
I think the MMA is just a different sport too. I think that you're always hoping that maybe the guy catches that last minute submission or gets a takedown. It's different.
Yeah.
And boxing, when you're getting owned, there's no chance because you just can't hit the guy or you can't stop him from hitting you. It's a little bit different.
Exactly. But then there's a lot of pride to the trainers. They was, he stopped the fight. He must not be a good trainer. You know, it's like, save your fucking fighter. You know.
Right.
If he ain't got a chance in hell to win this fight, and he looks like ground beef in the corner, give him a fucking minute, and if he's still getting pounds, that's it. Save this kid. Save him for another day.
Before we let you get out of here, I got another question about the UFC. When did you stop working with UFC? Are the Fertittas hard to deal with? Was it Dana White?
Oh no, it had nothing to do with that. Is that the UFC had all their political problems was taken off of pay-per-view. And so there was no booking fighters for the UFC anymore. That's when I started booking a lot of the guys in Japan. And then at the time, I booked John Lewis as Shudo, and he was teaching the Fertitta brothers and Dana a little jiu-jitsu. And he's the one that told me, because Charlie, my friends are thinking about the UFC. They want me to be the matchmaker. And or he goes, I want to be the matchmaker. And what happened was that, I was still booking fighters, but it's just that Fertittas were great. But it was like at that time, right after that, I was still booking fighters in Japan because UFC was going nowhere. They weren't paying any money. So I'll go book fighters in Japan. I'll make 3 times the money at the time. And John Lewis wanted me the matchmaker, so we'd be at his house. He goes, "What do you think of this match? What do you think of that match?" But the Fertitta brothers wanted him to run the show. And he goes, I don't want to run the show or anything. I just want to be the matchmaker. I got other shit going on. And so they said, well, Dana, you want to run the show? We got a casino business to run. And that's how Dana White got the job.
That's awesome. He was the second choice, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And,
the face of UFC.
Dana White wasn't setting the world on fire back then. He didn't have nothing. And he was teaching boxing aerobics and shit, But he had the desire, the will, the smarts to take the show. Nobody else could have brought the UFC to where it is but Dana White. Nobody.
That's amazing.
He was the Don King of the new generation.
It's an amazing story that worked out like that.
It is, and he's always been good to us. And he backed me with that debacle with the Romero fight when he wouldn't get out of the stool. That was a fucking man. I knew exactly what they were doing. And my other inspector in the ring with me walks out of the ring and I said, "Get back here, get this fucking stool." I said, "I get it, fuck." So I'm pulling that stool. Get up, fight, get up. He sat there because he was still dazed. And then John McCarthy got like, John, he ain't. I knew the fighter. I knew his trainer, this Cuban boxing sleazebag. I knew what he was doing, trying to leave him on the stool, trying to waste some time. And I forget I used to be a quarterman too, so I do that shit. But now 60 seconds is up. What happens if the fighter doesn't answer the bell?
It's supposed to be over. That's supposed to be the fight.
That's right. And John McCarthy, instead of stopping the fight, John McCarthy just got his license back, and we're dear friends, me and John. It was the first time we worked together in years, and all hell breaks loose. Then he goes, "Get the Vaseline off. Fix that Vaseline." John Vaseline's fine. He's not answering the bell. What's the rule? The rule. Let's go. And so then instead of Tate, the cut man, coming back in, my inspector sends his corner man in, pretending like he didn't know what we wanted to do. And John finally said, "Look, get the fuck out of here." and you can hear that on the audio feed. And Kennedy's corner was pissed. I said, "Well, Kennedy fucking had a nice break too, but the fight should have been over." The next day, John McCarthy said, he did a seminar. He goes, with the Vaseline, I should have called time to deal with the Vaseline. I said, "No, you should have stopped the fucking fight because he didn't answer the bell." Bottom line. So, now that even one of the commissioners they're trying to throw me under the bus. Well, it's the inspector's job to get the chair out. Well, make sure the stool's out. Well, yeah, I'm pushing on the guy. I don't want to knock him off the stool. Then what are they going to sue me? Oh, he got injured. You knocked him off the stool. He couldn't fight. But the fact of the matter, he didn't answer the bell. And Dana White said, he goes, I don't care. He said at his press conference, as far as the inspector goes, I don't care what language you speak. When the inspector tells you to get the fuck out of there, you get the fuck out of there.
That's awesome. Isn't that the fight where Romero crapped himself too?
Huh?
Didn't Romero crap himself in that fight, or was it another fight?
Well, no. Kennedy grabbed his hand, his glove, and punched him like 5 fucking times. That's why when he almost knocked out Romero, and McCarthy didn't see it. He cupped his fingers in Romero's glove, right hand glove, while he's punching him with his right hand. I guess karma, But and Ricardo Laborio, my good friend, he was from the top team. He said, Charlie, I'm sorry about what happened. He apologized to me every time he sees me. We never use that Cuban guy again. I told him, hurry up. I was telling him, hurry up. Because I have known Ricardo for years. And I have a lot of respect for those guys from a lot of those gyms, the top team, Conan, all them guys, because they've known me since day one. So they're not gonna fuck me because they know, I'll fuck them.
All right, man. I appreciate.
But yeah, it's been a fun sport, a fun time, and fun talking to you. And I'll be back in Buffalo this summer a couple times.
Okay, you gotta come to the studio when you come to Buffalo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I do. I said it's about time somebody has a MMA studio.
We do. We'll get you some polished donuts, and we'll make sure we got some Lenovo's wings for you at least, if not a pizza.
Oh yeah,
guarantee
I
it.
tell you, the best place there in Buffalo. I went to Bobby J's. To see the Desiderios. What a fucking restaurant. On Como Parkway.
We're gonna have to check that out.
Bobby Desiderio's place for Italian food. Oh my God, it's the best. And they're big UFC fans.
Okay.
Perfect. That's where we're going right after this, Ray.
Yep.
All friends of mine on Como Parkway, man. Bobby J's. Bobby and Jay Desiderios.
Cool.
Awesome. We're there.
It's called Bobby J's. Fantastic food. Not far off of Union Road on Como Parkway.
Great. You got anything else to plug before we let you go?
Well, if you're in the Mesquite area or St. George area and you feel like seeing the best amateur MMA show in the world, Tough Enough MMA, goes to the Casablanca Hotel in May. I think it's May 20th. Great show. Ronda Rousey got her started on there. John Fish, everybody came off of Tough Enough MMA.
I actually heard of them before. They used to be in the hook and shoot thing all the time.
Oh, Tough Enough MMA is great. Started here by Barry Myers. He passed away, and his brother Jeff's taking over the show. And it's the MMA show everybody wants to fight on. It's sanctioned, I think, by the ISKA, and it's always been where you want to start as an amateur. That's where Ronda Rousey wanted to go.
We got a 185er sitting right here in the studio, ready to go.
That's some good amateur fighters.
Yeah. Undefeated 2-0, Raymond Harris, my co-host. Leg kicks from hell. Look out for his leg kicks.
That's what you need, leg kicks.
Yeah.
Leg kicks and head movement. You always notice why MMA guys look like ground beef after like a 3 or 5 round fight, because they don't know how to move their head. Go to a boxing gym and learn how to bob and weave. At least slip a punch.
Ray don't really slip the punches, but he got leg kicks like Pedro Hizo.
That's what. Oh, Pedro! I love Pedro.
Yeah. He's got to work on the cardio a little bit less Burger King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a lot older now too. But Rob Kamen was the best leg kicker I ever saw.
Ernesto Hoos too, man. He had the combos.
Yeah. Hoos. Yeah. All the Dutch guys, but Rob Kamen. Oh man, was he great.
That right straight left body hook round kick is my favorite. Ernesto Hoos made is just
how about Andy Hu? He did that spinning round back leg kick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a little fancy for me.
And the axe kick.
Yeah, the axe kick.
The axe kick. Yep. But that spinning back leg kick was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I tried. I looked like an idiot, so I gave up on it.
That's a K1 was the greatest. I'm a big Hoos fan.
Oh yeah.
Till Bob Sapp came in and ruined everything.
Oh yeah, he told me, he goes, that was the worst day of my life. I thought I could be the 5-time K1 champion because nobody had done it, and he fucking got lucky. He goes, it was the worst day of my life. Bob Sapp, come on, give me a break. Oh.
Oh, man.
Did you ever see the cup noodle commercial with Bob Sapp?
No, the Japanese one?
Yeah, where he drinks like there's a cup noodle that's about 20 feet in diameter.
Yeah, I think we were watching that when we were looking at the Mark Coleman commercials when we had Mark Coleman.
Yeah, he's like empties out the whole 20-foot in diameter thing of cup noodles, you know.
And it wasn't even Photoshopped. That was the real thing.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right.
There were some characters back then. But hey, it's great talking to you guys, and thank you for having me on.
Listen, we know you got a lot of stories, and we would like to have you again. And you're a cool guy.
Yeah, when you're in town, man, you got to come in studio for sure.
I know all the dirt, and no names will be changed to protect the innocent.
Caveman like it like that.
That is how we like it. I got a lot of stuff out that shouldn't come out so far on the podcast, so we're doing pretty good.
All right.
All right. See you soon, sir.
Yeah, let me know when it's going to be on.
All right.
Okay.
Should be up this week, very soon.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Yes,
All
sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was a good one.
That was another good one, Ray. We got a lot of great stories from that one.
Yeah, he got a lot of stories.
I can't wait to get him in studio.
Yeah, when he coming to Buffalo again, June?
I don't know. I have to listen to podcasting again, but I'll let you know, and we'll hook it up. We'll make sure we get him some Paula's Donuts. If Paula sponsors us, if not, we're getting Dickie's Donuts or whoever will. And,
we got a high class guy here.
Yeah, with high class, we need to hook him up.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're gonna make him wear the red suit.
I'm gonna text him that you gotta wear your red suit.
By then, we should have the cameras in the studio, so it'll be worth wearing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're getting the cameras soon. I was talking to Van Chris soon.
Cool.
All right, let's see if we can get this other knucklehead on the show. I'll give him a ring-a-ding-a-ding. All right, we're going to get on Frank the Tank. He's going to be my co-host for the FCP fights that are going to be on Fox. Hopefully he knows what show we're doing. He was supposed to be here at 4:30. It's 6 o'clock, so maybe we'll give him a call now.
Yep, calling him right now.
All right. Jesus Christ, Frank the Tank, answer the phone. It's us.
Frank the Tank, come on.
Come on, Frank.
Hi, this is Laura Stewart. Can't come to my phone right now. Please leave a message and I'll get right back to you. Thank you.
Hang on, no, we gotta leave a message.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Frank the Tank! This is Caveman's Corner. We're trying to get a hold of you. You are now officially on the podcast, or at least your girl's phone is. Call us back whenever you can. We had a real guest on. We couldn't bump him for you, but we're ready for you now.
I'm not going to be stalking your girlfriend.
Oh, man, Ray. That was a little dirty. That girl's going to listen, and she's going to be like, Frank the Tank, you cannot commentate with Caveman. I promised I wouldn't bite him and give him rabies.
Yeah. Charlie was, he was a good one. Got good stories.
Yeah, it's hard to get a word in, but all the stories are really good. They didn't need to hear us.
Yeah. He did the job for us.
I know. That's the easiest podcast ever.
I know. I like it.
I know.
I don't really got to say much.
Ray, you never say a lot. You're like the mystery guy on this podcast.
Yeah, but, I like the old UFC stories. And
Me too. They're great. Like now it's professional. It's a real sport.
But
there's not stories like that.
The key to this podcast was the Bas Rutten stories.
Peeing in the van,
groping all the strippers.
Yeah. You always gravitate towards the stripper part of the stories. There might be something to that. There's a strip club at the corner of my street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wait. That's on Unheard of, right?
Yeah.
I've never been to that strip club. I heard it was shady. I heard it was a low class strip club.
It probably is. I see the girls going in there.
How they look? Wait, no, don't say that. I don't want to get you in trouble.
They don't look too good.
Okay.
The one time I wanted to stop and give the girl a glass of water, she looked like she was going to die. She was waiting for the place to open up in the summertime. I was going to throw my bottle of water at her. Yeah. She looked sad. Like life was treating her pretty rotten.
Yeah, Miki Gaskin could have gave her a kiss.
Yeah.
A lip-to-lip kiss. With his lips.
Poor Miki Gaskins. We're going to talk about him.
We forgot to tell Charlie about Miki.
Oh. Yeah, he would probably like that story. He messed up when we were talking about Romero. He didn't understand what I said when he crapped himself.
Yeah. He said, he was getting punched.
Yeah. If you look it up, Romero did crap himself. I'm pretty sure it's that fight, but I'm not 100% positive. I thought that's why he didn't come off the stool, because he crapped himself. He was embarrassed. I don't know. Mickey wasn't embarrassed. He just came off the stool. He was ready to go.
Yeah.
He was ready to crap himself some more.
He didn't let the fans bother him with the laughing.
Yeah. Poor Josh Curry, Bascom. You're in trouble, man. You're going to be stinky when this is done.
I know, right?
Win, lose, or draw, you're going to have a rough night.
Yeah, Mickey gonna be in the guard, wrap his legs around you.
Yeah.
Smelling like poop. Like, I remember when I was doing jiu-jitsu and my first ski class, and after the class, I saw some like blood in my gi. I was like, shit, it's not my blood. I was like, ew.
Every time I roll, I get blood on my gi. Usually it's my blood. At the last tournament I was at Fredonia, this guy was he's kind of a jerk. Keith Frant officially said he's a douche, so you know he's not that good of a person if Keith Frant said that. Anyways, my ear was bleeding all over the place, so I kept rubbing my blood all over his ear, or my ear blood all over his white gi. So he's got my blood all over his gi. What you looking at, Ray? Ray's looking at his phone.
No, I just got a text from Charlie.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
What do you say? Romero didn't crap himself?
No. He's asked for Bobby J.
Oh, cool.
Or asked for Bobby or Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, at the restaurant.
At the restaurant
Yeah.
when we go there and we get our free food?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my girl there.
Yes!
Get some nice Italian food. I love Italian food.
Yeah. Maybe I'll take the kids. We'll get some pasta. Pasta! Yeah. Neither one of us are Italian. We can't pull it off. At least I'm white. I got a better chance than you.
I'm white too.
You're not white.
I am.
I thought you were Mexican.
I am, but I'm a white Mexican.
You're a white Mexican?
Yeah.
We're drunk dialing Rich Mitchell right now, owner of Ground Force Fights. We're going to get Ray a fight on air. Ring a ding ding. Rich Mitchell. Answer his phone.
Hello.
Hello, Rich?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Caveman. What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Not much. I got you on the podcast right now. And I have with me Ray Aris, who is looking for a fight on your July 15th card. So go ahead, Ray.
Yeah. Heavyweight. Let's do it.
Heavyweight?
Yeah.
All right. Heavyweight fight, July 15th. Can we make that happen?
All right. I got a few options. I got 2 heavyweight fights booked, but I got a guy I'm looking to match up, and I think it'll work. What do you got, Ray? 3 fights or 2?
2.
All right, that's all right. This kid's got a few more than that. I think his record's like 4-7, but active heavyweight. You know, so yeah, we can talk. We can definitely talk.
Okay.
All right. If that don't work, we always got Alex Carroll. Ray and Alex Carroll would be a good fight.
That'd be a battle of Lackawanna.
Yeah.
The battle of Lackawanna.
Alex is ready. We'll set it up. Whatever we got to do, we'll get Ray on the card.
All right. That sounds good, man. You want to Caveman's going to be there for your show. You want to give a quick plug to your show?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a great show. I'll tell you what, we got a special guest. Obviously, everybody local. Jeff, you already know this. Kyle Rosevsky's coming in from China. He's going to be calling the show with you. He's going to be doing a little commentating, a little in-ring stuff. Sunday, and we'll have all the details for this, but Sunday, July 16th, he's going to be doing a leg lock, ankle lock seminar. So we'll be announcing the details of that soon. So everybody local, if you got time, I suggest you make it.
Awesome. If you got Kyle Rosinski and Caveman on a mic, crazy stuff is going to happen. It's going to be worth the money just for that.
Yeah.
I was thinking Kyle Rosevsky and Caveman super fight BJJ to start the night.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll talk about something like that. But, Kyle's coming in. Got some cool fights. Got Laura Niz fighting Mans Rogers. That's gonna be a killer fight, I think.
Bad blood.
Bad blood.
Bad blood. That's what the show's. Yeah, that's why we're calling it Bad Blood.
We're trying to get those two in here live in studio. I think that would be a great show. We're gonna have to.
I think it will be. Yeah,
we gotta have some big guys between them to break it up. We don't want them fighting in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we got a couple fights. I'm working on some decent ones, and then I'm excited. We have Matt Norstrand fighting Yuri Panfarov for the 185-pound title. So that's gonna be a killer fight as well.
If you guys don't know who those two guys are, YouTube them. Both these guys are amazing. I cannot wait to see this fight. This is a pro level.
Yeah,
fight.
you got. And they're both fighting. Matt's fighting next weekend out in Rochester and then Yuri's going to have his second fight at Reality Fighting in June out in Connecticut. So there will be advanced rules, and they will be, pounding each other out on the ground.
That's amazing. His Thai fight was pretty exciting too. Yuri's. I watched that one.
Yeah, he's tough. He's well-rounded. As is Matt. Matt's a good wrestler. Didn't get to see much of that this first fight. His jits is good. He can take a shot. So that one has all the makings for fight of the night.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Make sure you check out this card. What's the date and the location?
July 15th, and the location is Filetti's Ice Rink, 22 Evans Street, Batavia.
All right, make sure you guys make it. We got a bigger venue, but we're still gonna sell out, so make sure you get your tickets early.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got we'll have 1,000 to 1,200 seats, but it will absolutely sell out. So I would say to the people, the 250 people I had to turn away as far as ticket sales for the last one, then get them early because they're going to be gone again.
Yeah, it's no doubt. Rich puts on the best show in the whole area. Even though I'm promoting another show right now too, but Ground Force Fights is the real deal. Make sure you check it out. Definitely the best show in the area. Great fights.
I would say, let me do this real quick. Anybody who is around on June 24th and can get into Canada, go up, check out Diamond Fights. Jay Kelly puts on an awesome show, and we're going to be announcing some stuff up there. We're going to be collaborating and working some stuff with Canada and New York.
That Diamond Fights is all female card, man. Make sure you check it out. Caveman will be at that one commentating as well.
Damn, Caveman, you're a busy dude.
I am. I'm all over the place. I'll be at FCP this weekend. Hopefully, we'll be commentating on Fox for that one. Good stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the other show I'm promoting, but you guys always put on a better card. No offense to the Abids.
No, I try. I bust my ass. I'm personally invested. I do all the matchmaking myself, so I try to, work it. They put on a good show as well. They do a good job.
Their shows are amazing, and not only that, the last show they put so much production value in compared to what it's been. It looked phenomenal. It was like how your show looks. It was really good.
They did a great job with the smoke coming in, and the lights and stuff on the walkway in. They did a good job.
They just need some guy interviewing the fighters after the fights, and it'd be a perfect show. Just saying.
They lose some points for that.
They lose some points for that, for sure. All right, man. Thanks for your time. I know this was totally out of the blue just to get Ray a fight. Ray's going to be on this card. Caveman's going to be there. If you listen to this show, you better be there.
Oh, yeah.
Ray will absolutely be on the card. We'll make sure it happens.
And I'm going to get him in shape.
Be in touch with him.
I guarantee he'll be in Caveman shape. We're going to take this fight.
Yep.
Well, don't get him in too good a shape. I need him at heavyweight, not 205.
We'll make 206. We'll put pennies in his pocket. Old school.
Perfect. Good deal.
Pennies.
All right. Thanks for your time, Rich.
All right. Thanks a lot, bud.
Yep. Bye-bye. Look at that, man. We're just calling people out of the blue. It's like drunk dialing.
Yep.
Did he call while we were on
nope.
with Rich?
They're not called. They're not respond. They didn't respond to the no text.
Frank the Tank. He's gonna have to give up the tank.
Yeah, he gotta give that name up, man. My homeboy's name Tank, so you can't use it no more.
We're not the Tank. He's just Tank.
He's just Tank.
Well, he's Frank the Tank.
But it still got Tank in it, so still can use it.
What if they fight for it?
Yep. It'd be like 10 dudes versus 1 dude.
Do you think I could take the Tank?
Well, I can't say nothing on this.
Yeah.
I can't say nothing on here.
Ray's going to say I'm going to get my ass kicked just like I would have got my ass kicked by D. Jesus because he was Hispanic.
Nah. No, K-Man. You I believe you would have won that fight because you was in top 10 shape and you was ready. You was ready for him.
No, I took his ass down, pounding him up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get him in the clinch, work him.
Yeah. That's what I try to do.
It would have been a dog fight.
Yeah. Well, this is the first podcast that we've ever signed a fight on. So you will be fighting on Ground Force Fights.
Cool.
July 15th.
All right.
And we're going to get in shape, caveman style.
Okay.
I'll be fighting in August, so I'll be in the gym, man.
Okay.
Be perfect. We're going to get in really good shape. We're going to mess whoever this dude is up. 4-7, dude. You're going to light him up. You're going to be 3-0. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Yeah. What do you think, Forrest? 3-0 sound good?
Yep.
Yeah, Forrest said yeah, but you probably didn't hear him. All right, we're gonna give Frank the Tank 5 more minutes, and then we're out of here.
What's up, buddy?
Mr. the Tank, we finally got you, man. Good to hear from you.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm at my future in-laws' house. I didn't want to be rude and take the phone call, but I figured I should probably get in when I can. So I'm sorry about that, guys.
You should be rude more often. We like it when you're rude. Do you have pants on?
No, I'm just hanging out here at her dad's.
With your pants on or off?
Well, I actually don't have pants. I have shorts on. So.
Oh, very good. He did a podcast before with no pants on, Ray. I was very impressed by that.
Oh wow!
I wish we could do that.
That was from home. I was calling in over Skype, so I don't show up places without pants on.
Donald used to have it in my contract that I had to wear pants when I did the TNT fights because I always told him I was show up with no pants.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. So we wanted to bring you on because we're doing an FCP show coming up. Me and you are.
Yeah.
We're gonna commentate it together. And hopefully some more intelligent than we do on this podcast. But hopefully you'll talk more so that it's easy to do.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm like you saw me post on Facebook. I'm reaching out to a couple guys because you're a little bit more in the loop than I am, so you know a lot more of the more current fighters and stuff. So I'm just reaching out to people. I just talked to Q earlier today. Just what are you doing? Are you planning to go pro? That kind of stuff. So. Hopefully I'm up to speed with you.
That dude's a beast, man. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got like 6 title fights coming up for this card. I don't know what the thinking with that was, but hopefully they all deliver because I think the main card is like all title fights. It's crazy.
That's pretty cool though. The Evans do a good job of keeping the title fights rolling through. We did the last show together. I thought it went pretty good, except you kept getting booted out for UFC guys. I appreciate you letting me do that, but this time you're going to be the star of the show for sure.
I hope we don't get worn out. Right now the fight card we're at like 19 fights. That'll probably get trimmed down to 13 or 14 at the most, I would think. But that's how it always goes. We start off with 16, 18, 20 fights, and then people drop out or whatever. I hate that happens, but
yeah. Did you see the Gladius card? They started out with 21 fights. I think they ended up with 13.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
that's crazy though.
A couple of our guys dropped out of that one though. So.
Why? What happened?
Well, some of them are just malcontents and don't make weight and some other stuff like that. Just personal stuff comes up. I don't really want to call anyone out too much besides for Mitz. He's pulled out of a couple fights, but he's looking to turn pro, so we'll see what happens.
You have a couple guys fighting on this card from WNA MMA?
We have one guy fighting on this card. We have 4 or 5 guys on King of the Cage the same day. So we have a lot of guys going to that King of the Cage card in Salamanca. But we have one fighter on the card, Miki Gaskins. He lost his fight. And Josh Curry Bascombe lost his fight. So these 2 guys are going to fight each other. So we're already down 1 fight off that card. But these 2 guys are going to fight each other. It's going to be a classic grappler versus striker match, and I train a lot with both guys, so I'm pretty excited to see that one actually.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out. Are there any female fights on the card? I don't remember.
I did not see any yet, but that doesn't mean there won't be any. They're always trying to put at least one girl's fight on the card.
Yeah, everybody love a cat fight.
Yeah, I think they should do it. I mean, they have 19 fights scheduled. You got to fit at least one on there, but it's tough finding girls opponents.
It is, and with King of the Cage in town, they're doing a ladies fight. Our 135-pound woman is fighting in Pennsylvania the next weekend, the same card that I was supposed to be on, Kristen Janice. And Diamond fight card is going to be June 24th, and it's an all ladies card, so they're drawing a lot of ladies to fight up in Canada too.
Oh, okay.
I want to be a ring card guy.
Yeah,
for that fight.
Frank the Tank and you could be great ring card guys.
Who was talking about that? I think it was Joe Rogan and Julie Kedzie were talking about why don't they do ring card guys for the girl fights, and even Julie was like, I don't think that would fly.
You need to go back and look at my old stuff because I've been saying that for probably 6 years now since we started doing TNT. With the ladies fight, we had some good looking guys at the gym, sculpted men. We'd be great ring card guys. We don't need no slobs with hair all over, but we have some like fitness model guys that would be perfect for it.
But do you think that would actually ever catch on? Like, could any show get away with doing that, or would people just be like, "What the fuck"?
I think all ladies show might be able to get away with doing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we got the
guy will walk around with a Speedo on.
Yeah, like one of those Borat things. Just a sack cover. Ray's dying over here.
Oh man.
Good thing we're sitting together because we got totally different viewpoints. But I think Glory Kickboxing is super exciting. But MMA is definitely the best for me. I just love the contrast.
I think Glory is okay, but to me, it's I would love K1, the old K1 with Andy Hughes and Ernesto
Hoost, Andy Hoog, all those guys.
Yeah.
I like full Muay Thai myself more. I like to see him battling in the clinch. So.
Oh yeah, I got a nice DVD for UK, man.
Yeah,
they played the music and everything.
Oh yeah.
Is that lion fights? So they do the full Muay Thai rules?
Yeah, lion fights. I love the lion fights, the Muay Thai rules for sure. I'm more of a traditional Muay Thai guy, so I like to see that more. K1 is definitely more exciting to watch. The pace of the fights is really good most of the time. Did you see that guy? He had like 116 fights, and he fought a guy in his pro debut, and he knocked him out in 7 seconds. Just a front teep to a head kick?
I think I saw a clip of it. Was it just on Facebook? Were people posting it around?
Yeah, it was just getting posted around on Facebook. It happened over the weekend, though.
Okay.
That was crazy. Like, that can even happen. That would never happen in MMA. You'd never see a guy with 100 fights fight someone with no fights. So when you watch MMA, are you more excited about the stand-up striking part, or do you enjoy the grappling as well?
No, I enjoyed both. Pretty equally, and obviously, you can't say I like this or that more than the other as a broad stroke. It depends who's fighting, like Bendo and Pettis. I think even that fight stands the test of time as being one of the best grappling clinics in MMA, because this was back when Pettis could wrestle and he could threaten with submissions. And, you look at Bendo's a specimen at lightweight, just to see the way he could take Pettis down, move around on top of him, change from side control to get to half guard, all that stuff, and Pettis still gets back up to his feet. One of the craziest fights to watch. And then, of course, I don't think anyone hates Stan versus Wanderlei Silva. It was just an insane fight to watch. But as far as my personal tastes go, no, I don't think I mean, when I was younger in my watching MMA career, I guess you would say, I liked watching the stand-up more because I didn't understand it. But once I started training and that kind of stuff, I definitely gained a much broader perspective on grappling and wrestling. I think wrestling is one of my personal favorite things to train when I train.
Speaking of training, have you ever considered coming back and fighting some more?
Oh yeah, I think about it all the time, man. It's one of the tiny slivers of regret I have about taking the commentary job. Is now I have to be so involved with it and watch people compete.
How old are you?
My old 29.
Oh, you're still young.
I'm still kind of young, yeah, but I'm at that weird, awkward age of adulthood where I'm like, do I want to adult today? I better start saving money, and MMA as a hobby is an expensive hobby.
I started at 34.
Yeah.
Ray's coming out of retirement. I just booked him a fight on this podcast on July 15th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do on this podcast. We get shit done.
That's cool, man. That's exciting. Well, it's good that you guys do it together, right? Because you can keep each other motivated and that kind of thing.
Yeah, me coming out got Ray fired up. I lost my fight, but hopefully August 12th I'll be fighting at Seneca Niagara on the King of Cage card.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid PA.
What weight class?
145.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I can make 35 right now.
That's your home? You feel good? You feel healthy at 145?
Yeah, I'm actually undefeated at 145. I'm 2-0.
Yeah.
And I'm 0-4 outside of 145, so I think I'm going to stay back down at 145.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much training did you get on your belt for this? I mean, I know that your fight got, cut off. It got cut short. How much actual training did you get under your belt?
I had about 5 weeks of dieting in because I've been I knew I was going to take a fight soon, and I had about 3.5 weeks of training camp. I was in really good shape. If you look if you look at my Facebook, you see how ripped up I was. I was weighing in at 153 every morning. Right now I'm about back up to 63. I'm gonna stay about 65 now because that's like a healthy weight for me to walk around at. And then as I get closer to July, I'll be down in the 50s again.
Jeff, is that picture of you posing topless on Facebook? That's a recent picture?
Yeah, that one was last week Sunday.
Wow, yeah.
Boxers podcast.
Yeah, you looked ripped there. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I don't remember where I saw the picture, but I saw it and I was like, Jesus, Jeff is looking serious right here. What's going on here?
Yeah, 7 days ago I was about to beat up a Hispanic guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, in the cage, not like in real life.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. Well, I think we should fight at FCP. We'll get in the cage and we'll put on a show. Exhibition.
Well, what I was thinking is we could do like an exhibition grappling match because I love, I'm becoming kind of a wuss. I haven't trained in probably, 9-10 months. I would do like a grappling thing.
There we go. That's perfect.
What belt are you in?
I'm a brown belt in jiu-jitsu.
Okay. Well, I never got a blue belt, so I'm still a white belt.
Perfect.
So I'm sure that'll go swimmingly. It'll go perfect.
It'll probably be good. David Whitman did that.
Yeah?
Yeah. The guy that ripped off the Abbots for all the ticket money. He's going to hate me again. But he was talking some shit about me, so I got to talk some shit about him. He didn't really rip him off, but that's how it goes. Yeah, he did a grappling match with me, and he said I was weak. But I choked him out in less than a minute, so I don't know how that goes.
Is that the one that you showed me?
Yeah.
That was the one in the cage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I won Fredonia 2 weeks ago. Or when was Fredonia? It was either last week or 2 weeks ago. I won.
I think it was last week.
Yeah, it was last week. I won Fredonia. I took gold in gi and no gi.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Congratulations, man. I mean, what kind of competitors were you competing with?
Just like purple belts. Really, they weren't too good. I mean, they were pretty good, but they weren't that great. I mean, not like the Buffalo Classic. That's coming up in May. I'm going to do that too. We're in the brown and black belt division, so that'd be tougher. It'd be good fights.
Is that like end of May? Is it the May 23rd or 28th?
Yeah, May 20. I think it's the 27th. I don't know for sure, but it's like that. Okay. They're doing the AmCam, the judo and jiu-jitsu thing together at Riverworks. That's pretty cool. Should come down and check that out.
I would love to, man. If I can plan it out a week or two in advance, make sure I'm not working or doing anything. I would love to. I know a couple young guys from my old gym who I think expressed interest in competing at that, but they're more towards the white belt area. But I would come out just to watch anyways.
You guys should all do it. You should come on and do it. It's a great tournament. Josh runs it really well. Josh Kutry, he's a local black belt from Booma. He runs that tournament, man. It runs without a hitch. It's super awesome. It's one of the best tournaments in the area, for sure. Definitely the best tournament in the area.
Do they do a day of or day before weigh-in?
They do the IBJJF weigh-in, so you weigh in and then you go right to the mat.
Oh, okay.
It's perfect. No, not too much kind of weight. You just go there and choke each other out. It's good times.
Well, my first grappling tournament, I was so nervous. I was like, I don't want to wrestle like a true 185er. I'm going to cut weight. So I just cut weight to my MMA fighting weight. And I don't think it helped. And the other guy wasn't stronger than me or anything noticeably like that, but it was like a huge waste of time. Like everyone from my gym was like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you doing that?" I was like, "I don't know. I want to do it. I want to cut weight." And I did it. I felt so proud, but I realized I was the only one that was doing this, so it was really just a waste of time. But
what gym you train at?
When I used to train, I trained at Elite Fitness.
Oh, okay.
Here in, right outside Rochester. Yeah.
Liam Anderson.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Head kick king. So what fight are you looking forward to on the FCP card, man?
Well, I'll get to that in a second. I was going to ask you, what do you think about this? They're doing a kickboxing fight as the first one, and from what I was told by the promoter, they're going to do because the records, like there's a bunch of guys who are 0-0 coming in at the beginning of this card. They're going to do padding, like shin guards and stuff. What do you think? What do you make of that?
For the K1 fight?
Yeah, the first fight on the card.
They probably have to for the commission. I hate that.
Yeah.
Actually, when I fought, I like to have the shin pads on, to be honest with you, because I hate when my shins get all cracked up doing stupid Muay Thai. If you got to wear headgear, you should wear shin guards, I guess. It's stupid if not to. I don't know. I hate all the padding. I like to, I'm an MMA guy. I used to fight in the bare knuckle days. I like no padding, but
yeah.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do for the commissions. I'm sure it's a commission rule because no one likes to see the headgear and the pads. We had Brian Marciniak in here from Lace Up, and he talked about how much he hates the pads, and it just makes for a bad show, especially in the cage. It looks kind of awkward.
Yeah.
What do you make of them putting it as the first fight? Because on the one hand, you probably want to get it out of the way, right? But on the other hand, you start a show off that way. Is that going to set a weird or a negative tone for the rest of the show? It's a weird thing, right?
That's how most of the MMA shows start. They usually put some crappy show on to start it out before everyone gets on their seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's probably true.
Most fight fans don't come for the first fight anyways. Especially like something like, the amateur shows. They just come to see their buddies. They don't really care too much about the show in general until you get to the elite guys where there's actually a good show to be put on. Because with these O&O guys, man, I mean, that's my favorite part of the card because you never know what you're going to see. But most of the time, it's really bad fights.
That's true. It's weird to watch like UFC events too. Like you'll be watching the fight pass prelims, or sometimes even the first or second fight on a FS1 UFC prelim. You'll see the seats are still empty, and I'd be like, "What the hell's going on here?" I mean, you must have paid hundreds of dollars for your tickets. You could at least show up and watch all the fights. I mean, I know it's 6 hours and all that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, and I hate wasting things like that, not getting all the fights in.
Did you go to 210?
No, I didn't. I wanted to, but I was busy, money, etc., etc.
Man, you never go to nothing. But I was there.
I'm sorry.
I just write it off, man. You got to write it off. You get the 1099s for doing all the work. You got to write some stuff off. Anyways,
what am I going to write that off for, though?
You're doing research.
Yeah, but I'm not making money off this, so I don't know that this would count towards.
Oh, well, you got to get 1099 for MMA, and then you can write all this stuff off. That's what I do.
K-Man got the taxes all figured out.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I guess if you are a pro fighter, that would technically count as research or work. I guess. I don't know.
Pay-per-views. We got the podcast income. We got the MMA class income. I got lots of 1099s coming in, so I got to write some stuff off. Tax bracket's a killer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, at 210, even into the main FS1 part, the arena was pretty empty.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird to me.
I was down in the hundreds, and the whole section was empty until the pay-per-view card started. 10 o'clock, people started coming in.
Yeah.
Those drunk guys, Ray, started coming in about 9:30 though. The ones that sat right behind us, fuckers.
Talking 30 when you got kids around.
I know they were talking really dirty, saying some inappropriate stuff about the ladies' matchup.
You could hear them?
They were sitting right behind me. It was like a Bills game. There was 8 dudes sitting behind me saying some bad stuff.
Oh. That's kind of strange. I mean, I'm sure, you deal with this a lot more than I do, but does it still bug you how crazy stupid MMA fans are still? We're getting to a point where the sport's been around for 20 plus years now, and we still have people who are they talk shit about the women, they talk about how shitty jiu-jitsu is, that kind of stuff. Does that bug you as much as it bugs me?
It bugs me a lot because I know a lot of lady fighters that put all their heart and soul into this, and I'm a huge fan and proponent for women's MMA. And watching these girls just get put down, and some of them are very talented, especially the 2 girls fighting in the cage at the time. The fake boob girl and Calvo are just great. What was her name?
Mm-hmm.
Perez.
Pearl Gonzalez?
Yeah, Pearl Gonzalez, yeah. And they were both very, very great fighters. And to hear them degraded like that, it's upsetting. I know how much hard work our amateur ladies put in, and just to make it to that level, those girls are working harder than the guys in the gym.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
Because they got to deal with training with guys all the time and all the stuff they have to deal with the fans. And it's just sad to see, to be honest with you.
It's weird. It's just a weird, because like the way my mind works is I like to know how things happen and why they happen the way they do. And I don't understand how you get from, like I understand, it's totally understandable. I don't excuse it, but it's understandable to me. People, like men, would just think women's fighting is weird or wrong or whatever. But then to be someone who pays money to go watch them and then talk shit about it as they're watching, like what? Like, are you trying to make your own ticket seem like you wasted money? Like, I don't understand why you would do that. It's so backwards to me. It's really weird.
You know,
I don't understand it.
Those are the type of guys that be like, "Oh, I'll train UFC with a tap out shirt."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Or it's just
true.
alcohol, I think, actually.
Yeah.
People going out to drink and they're all betting on the fights and then they get a lot of control. That's how Ray gets when he gets into the cannonball. His girl's got to carry him up the steps. Anyway, these are
Cannonball, is that your thing?
I bought him one and then he drank the whole thing, so he was a little fucked up.
Oh.
These are expensive seats too. I was down in 100, so they're at least $100 a ticket. Retail, I don't know what those guys paid for them, but it's pretty crazy. I went to the original UFC and it was like that, but I kind of expected it. But the new UFC, I was a little surprised that the fans were a little bit more educated with as much as it's on TV. And I mean, at least they understood what a rear naked choke was and like the grappling a little bit, but it still wasn't what I expected, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just tough for us because we're such educated fight fans that, you know, we're not the normal people that watch the show on TV every now and then.
Yeah, I guess that's true. What are you going to do, man?
We're going to educate them as we commentate. That's what we're going to do. That's our goal in life.
That's true, right? Are you excited? Are you excited to commentate?
I am always excited to commentate, man. Anytime I get to sit close to the cage and call fights.
That's the best job in the world.
It is the best job in the world. It's easy money. Easy money.
And you right next to the cage, watching watching your favorite sports,
And we're going to be on Fox, Ray. We're going to be famous.
Yeah, you guys go be on national TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be national TV, right? I was just telling Laura's dad about
Fox
that.
29, local channel.
Yeah, it's going to be 7 on Time Warner Cable.
Yeah. 6 on Time Warner Cable out here by us.
And if you don't got no cable, Fox 29.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to have 2 mics this time. Last time we had to share a mic, Ray. It was a little ghetto.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
You've been right at home sharing a mic.
You did fantastic holding that mic in between us. You didn't drop it. Hands didn't get sweaty. Perfect lapel control of that mic, Jeff. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that this time. Yeah, we're supposed to have a soundboard, a recorder, 2 mics. I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Last time, Ray, the mic was microscopic. It was probably maybe 1.5 inches long by like maybe 1 inch thick, and it's like one that you clip on your shirt. And I had to hold it and pass it back and forth between us, and it was throwing me off my game a little bit. I was having a hard time watching the fighters' footwork and making sure I was getting the mic in the right spot so you could hear us both.
Yeah.
So this time we're gonna kill it.
Okay.
We are going to kill it because it's if you don't do it, I'm sure people don't think about it, but having to worry about that one extra thing, it takes away 10, 20% of your creativity, coming up with jokes, coming up with riffs, whatever you need to do when you're commentating. So hopefully we're going to be all set to go. We're going to get the crowd pumped up. We're going to educate, and so it's going to fly. You were asking me which fight am I looking forward to the most? I don't know, but I'll tell you from the last show, my highlight was the Zilao kick knockout. That was insane, and to this day I still don't understand how I couldn't process it. I think it was too fast and too close to me.
I'm gonna be looking for a Miki fight. I want to see he poops in national TV.
Wow.
Mr. Poopy Pants.
Do you know the Miki Gaskin story?
I don't think so, no.
Oh,
go ahead, Ray. You can fill him in.
No, I like how you tell the story.
All right, so Miki has a little bowel control problem, and the first time I covered for him because I was commentating his fights for TNT.
I did not know he pooped in his pants that fight
on LCTV, and so he was on the local channel here, and he crapped himself a little bit during a kickboxing match, but we covered up for him. So no one knew. And then he fought in FCP. You can look this one up on YouTube when we're done here. He crapped himself again. This time in an MMA fight.
Yeah.
And you could just see the stain getting bigger and bigger and bigger as the fight goes on.
Yeah, he got on some white tight shorts.
Oh, wow.
And you see the brown spot getting bigger and bigger. Everybody laughing.
Was this going on right after the fight or during the fight?
During the fight. Yeah. Right during the fight. You can see the stain getting bigger and bigger.
Did he win or lose?
He
lost.
So, I mean, do you think it happened? Was he just pre-fight jitters and it finally just manifested in poop in the middle of the fight?
Just eating greasy food after the weigh-ins.
Yeah, he weighed in the night before and he had a big pizza and he says he didn't have beers, but I heard that he was drinking some beers. So he had some beers and a whole large pizza. And then he fought the next day.
That's crazy, man. You wouldn't do that, right? You wouldn't eat garbage food after a weigh-in.
My recovery is very scientific. I have it down to exactly how many ounces of water I drink, how many calories I take in. I have a whole routine all set up. Actually, I still have my bag packed for my fight, for my recovery stuff.
Is there any Pedialyte in there?
I don't really do Pedialyte because unless I absolutely have to, I'd rather do Gatorade. I hate Pedialyte.
Okay.
I did for my first fight at Pedialyte. My second fight, I did coconut water.
Yeah, I do. I do Gatorade because you want to get the electrolytes back in. 48 ounces of Gatorade. I have my amino acid protein shake. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
wow, you got it down to a science, man.
Yeah, I go from 45 to 60, so I can be 60 in the cage. That's the goal.
Oh. As long as you don't feel sluggish, I mean, right? Keep doing what you're doing. Don't break it unless it's, or don't fix it unless it's broken, right?
Yeah, I haven't pooped myself yet, so.
Perfect.
The first time was close, but ever since then I've been good. I augmented my diet a little bit. Yeah, Ray never crapped himself yet either. Oh, also on this podcast, just so you know, I got Ray a heavyweight fight. I'm so excited about that. I think I already told you, but
yeah, we already told him.
I'm so excited about that, man. I can't wait to post this one just because of that.
That is exciting. What weight do you think you're going to be around?
206.
206, 207. I'm gonna be lighter.
You can be fast.
I'm gonna be fast I'm gonna have fast hands and I'll be on my feet. Like
you're gonna have to do caveman cardio with me, dude. You're gonna be 205 for sure. You're gonna have to put pennies in your pocket.
Yeah. So
because I saw you said you had lost quite a bit of weight on social media. Is that right, Ray? How are you doing that?
Oh yeah. No processed food, no fast food. You know, I just been eating good, a lot of vegetables, spinach, and I just been eating clean. Nice, you know.
You cut out 3 times a week of Burger King, you lose weight pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But you're not starving, right? Like you're eating good. Do you feel good? Do you feel satiated after training? That kind of stuff.
I feel good. I feel more energized, and I'm yeah, it's the best thing I did. You know. Cut down the junk food.
What do you guys think on coffee and caffeine? Do you guys do that at all?
I used to take for my second fight. I took caffeine pills. I had to work that. Oh man, listen. The night before, my brother came from out of town, and we stood up till like freaking 3 a.m. I was like, "Come on, could you go already? I gotta go to bed. I gotta wake up at 6. I gotta go to work at 7 a.m. in the morning." And I went to work, got home, got my stuff, went to the Riverworks that for my second fight. It was a lot, I was tired as hell, and I had to take some caffeine pills.
I gave you a lot of shit for that when I interviewed you in the ring. Too.
Yeah.
Hey Ray, you guys just got done working today. How did that feel training for your fight?
Yeah, so it was crazy.
Yeah, that was good times.
Yeah.
I also take caffeine. When I'm not in fight training, I drink like 6 energy drinks or 8 energy drinks a day. So when I go into fight camp, I obviously can't have that much sodium coming in. So I go to caffeine pills as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. You just pop them in with water?
Yeah.
Yeah, pop like little capsules, swallow. Mm-hmm. 2 capsules.
I usually do, when I take the pills, because I take other vitamins and stuff too, I usually do sparkling water because I can't take stuff with like regular water. It makes me gag.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I get a little sparkling water. That stuff's good.
Stop being a wussy.
I'm the biggest wussy ever, dude, when it comes to taking pills. I'd be the worst pill popper ever.
Well, I guess there are worse things in this world to be than a pill popper, so I guess you could put that on your resume. Bad pill popper.
Yeah. That doesn't fit in with Ray's demographic. I think we just lost some fans.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Any way we can turn this around?
I don't know. Ray, you got any drugs to sell?
I'm not a drug dealer. I just know people.
That's how we get all of our really important people, like all the big MMA guys. We get through Ray because he's got connections through the illicit markets.
Oh.
That's why he's the best co-host ever, unless he's trying to murder you. Still trying to get him to tell me who he murdered.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's going to tell you that.
I'm going to get it on air one day. He's going to be... I'm going to get him messed up. There's that vodka over there. You could drink that, and then we'll have a good podcast.
Kevin tried to open me up.
Yeah. All right, man. We're going to get out of here, Frank. We overshot you by an hour and a half.
Yeah, but, my fiance go whoop my ass now.
I'm sorry, guys. Next time we'll have to set this up better, and I will not, get plans going in the middle of when I'm supposed to be here. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully I can make it up to you on the show.
Yeah.
When we do the commentary.
You already made it up because you got us 2 mics, so I don't got to do the mic work. I'm already pumped about that. That was sick.
Well, I got to worry about getting a power cord now because promoters are all happy about getting us 2 mics and a soundboard, but now I'm thinking I don't think we're anywhere near an outlet, so I got to get an outlet, extension cord going now. But God willing, we'll have that going, and we should be all set to go. So,
all right,
thanks for having me on, guys.
I'm gonna be. I'll show up there early, like I did last time, about like 4-ish or so. Maybe whenever the fighters report, I'll try and get in with the fighters. Make sure we get. We got to make sure we get the sponsor sheet of who the sponsors are, the corner sponsors, all that stuff, and we should be pretty good to go. We got to make sure we get the referees' names and the judges' names too.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'm gonna show up early too, so hopefully I can meet you there. And I think we should just sit down and talk. Just start talking, get our stuff going, so we're both warmed up and ready to go. And
I come warmed up.
Show.
If I have to drive Miki Gaskins down, I'll be warmed up by far.
Make sure you get some diapers.
Yeah, he's not riding home. I never take him home. I only drop him off.
Oh, okay.
I told him after last time I'm not driving him home no more. All right, man. Thanks, Frank the Tank. Ray says you're gonna have to change your last name though. He doesn't like the Tank.
Oh, what do you want it to be?
Frankie Flowers. Nah, just play. Nah, you could keep that name, the Tank.
Frankie what? What did you say?
Flowers.
Flowers. He said Frankie Flowers.
I kind of like that. I think I'd look cute with like a little dandelion in my hair. In my hair, because I'm bald.
Heck yeah, I got some socks you could wear too, man. I got lots of crazy socks. I got some flower socks that fit you perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Well, is Raymond going to be at the show?
You know what? Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be at the show.
You're coming?
Yeah.
Cool. God damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You can ride with me too. Then we don't have no room for Mickey. He's gonna have to get his own ride there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thanks for having me on, guys. I'll see you next Saturday.
All right, we'll have this posted. We'll tag you in it.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Yep, no problem, man. Thanks, Frank. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Bye-bye.
The girl's happy he's gone. Yahoo!
Yo, she was happy.
Hell yeah. She's like, these motherfuckers been calling me over and over again.
She said, Yahoo.
Dude, this is our longest podcast ever. We're over 2 hours.
Are you going to keep that Yahoo?
That Yahoo is not coming out. Last time we went to the show, dude, she was violently ill. And he left her to come commentate the show with me. He's like, she's going out of both ends. Poor girl. And she's married to Frank the Tank, or with Frank the Tank. It can't be too good of a thing. Poor bald bastard.
Frankie Flowers.
Frankie Flowers.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, with that, we can finally get out of here.
Right.
This was, I think, our best podcast so far, Ray.
Yeah.
At least
no, we have some good ones. It's just,
we got a lot done this one though.
Yeah, had some good stories.
We got you a fight.
Yeah.
How often you get a fight when you come to a podcast?
I know, right?
You ready for the music?
Let's go.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, fight fans, coming from the Fan Juicy Studios in Buffalo, New York, we are out of here.
Gotta get that little one in.
Miki Gaskin. Miki, Mr. Poopy Pants Gaskin. I'm gonna get you. You better not poop tonight. I'm gonna get you. Feels good.
Caveman's Corner has reached a new low.